Okay guys, welcome back to Fitness Bar Home and Garden, and today we are going to be making a cheese sauce. This cheese sauce is going to go for our we're going to be making a kind of like Philly cheesesteak egg rolls is basically what they are. They are going to have a cheese sauce for dipping on the side, so we want to make sure that we can get that ready to go. Now, you guys can do whatever you would like as far as this recipe. I am kind of making this part cream with no dairy in it, and part of it will also have of course, it will be no dairy actually. If you want to make it fully no dairy or whatever, or partially dairy, then you're gonna have to use regular milk to go with it. Usually coconut cream is more like a heavy cream is what it would be like, or a full whole kind of milk thing, and I think I'd probably do like a whole milk with this. You could do heavy whipped cream if you wanted to for your sauce too. That would probably work just fine. But I want it to be really creamy and really kind of heavy, so probably even like whole milk would work for this. And then you want to add whatever kind of cheese slices that you guys want to use for that. Some sort of a medium body cheese, probably like a cheddar one would probably be good. What I am going to do to this is I am going to add in 2 cans of hatch chilies to this. I'm also going to add in salt, of course, the pieces of cheese, and I'm also going to add the some other kind of chilies in there that have a little bit more of a spice to it. We're going to also add in some red and yellow pepper to this. We have also whatever we don't use in this, we'll probably put it in the egg roll itself. About maybe a cup in there, and then I'm going to just throw the rest of them in my back pot for the actual pepper roll, egg roll part, sorry. So you want to keep an eye on this, watch it really good, because you don't want it to burn, of course. I'm going to add some more shredded cheese in here. Okay, and then I'm also going to put it on a low heat, and we're going to check our peppers in here. Okay, put that on, because they're frozen. You can smell our garlic here starting to toast. And there's garlic and salt mixed into this pan. And we're going to take our really thinly sliced steak. And they're little shreds, just like it would be when you do a Philadelphia style sandwich. We're going to add some oil to this. Give it a kick. add some tomatoes, I think. I think we should add some tomatoes to it. Just as something different. Let's do something different, shall we? We'll put some tomatoes in there. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to make a roux. Okay. So I forgot to make a roux before I did this whole thing, so usually it has to do with some sort of fat or something like that. And then also some thickening agent. There is 4 tablespoons of thickening agent right there. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of water just so that it all incorporates together really well. This will help. Now, I don't know if you could do this with regular flour to make the butter that soft unless the butter was already pretty soft. Usually you want to go ahead and like start getting this ready to go, and on the bottom of the dish or the pot first, and then you want to do your milk, and then you want to do everything else. But I didn't, so we're doing it backwards, and that's okay. No big deal. It's gonna be like, if you make it really creamy and smooth, it should not get anything way too lumpy or anything else. You would add your flour to this for your thickening agent. I'm using tapioca starch, and I'm not using very much because tapioca starch will make this whole dish go south real fast. So I'm only using 2 tablespoons in here. So I'm gonna apply this into my mixture. Now, if it were flour, you would have to make sure that you would really keep stirring this, because you could get lumps and bumps and all kinds of weird stuff in your pot and into your cheese sauce. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to do this now. I'm using ghee for my fat source here, and it should make it really nice and thick here. And then you want to keep it on a low heat until it's fully cooked all the way through. I am debating whether or not to add some chipotle stuff in here. Might. I am gonna add some garlic, I think, to this. Just to make it like a little extra. What's in there? Just a little bit. So we're going to keep an eye on this mixture, and then we're also going to keep an eye on this over here at the same time. Make sure that you're really watching these two things really well. If you have to, keep yourself a timer somewhere, or wait until they're fully cooked before you start getting into 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of flour in there. I'm using cassava. You can do whatever you want. Okay. And we're going to use 4 eggs. I don't know where all my spatulas are. We're going to use about a teaspoon or so of salt in there just to get it some flavor. Make sure you incorporate all the egg into the whole entire mixture. Kind of like you're doing a pie crust in a way, and try to get all the butter mixed through, you know, kind of thing. All right, now we're gonna slowly add our cold water. Just a couple tablespoons at a time. And it depends on the moisture of the dough, guys, okay? It depends on the environment outside, if it's dry in Colorado. It depends on all kinds of things to whether your dough is going to be really, you know, dry. Is it going to have enough egg yolk? Is it a brand new egg? Is it an older egg? You know, things like that. Whether you need more water or less water. So I would start out with a cup of water and see where it goes. I don't even think I used a cup of water. So even though a recipe says, especially in Colorado, it says, hey, you know, this amount of egg and this amount of water, sometimes depending on the day, it could be more or less, you know, depending on what your altitude is like and how dry and how moist you have it in your air, all that stuff. So we're going to want to get a full area of tapioca flour or starch or whatever you want to say. We're gonna fry these guys babies up. We're gonna put them on air crisp temperature. We are going to do 300 for 10 minutes to start. See what happens. Press start. As it gets warmer, it also will stop being so long of a time too, so watch out for that if you're making a bunch of them. Ran into that the other day. I was making taco shells. Hey guys, what do you think? It looks good, don't it? Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Look at all those vegetables in there. This one's gonna be a good one. So I hope you guys like this one. Please aspire to do something wonderful in your life, no matter what it is, and inspire other people to do something wonderful in theirs. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I hope you make this one Philadelphia beef egg rolls. Yummy with cheese sauce. Even better. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Food Spot Home and Garden.